Hello, my name is LaMor Silas, and I am a certified yoga therapist, personal trainer, and master trainer with YogaFit Worldwide. And today I am recording a series of 5 different sequences of sun salutations that you may pick and choose from weaving into a chair yoga class. This video is intended to help teachers who are teaching a chair yoga class, whether it be to a group of seniors or executives on their lunch hour, or to maybe a group who are recovering from an illness or an injury, and they're using chair yoga as a step back into their fitness routine. The 5 sequences can be woven into the class depending on your students' desire, physicality, and stability. We start very gentle with seated only, layer in from there, maybe seated only with a little bit more core, seated only with a little bit more core and stretch of the leg, and then we progress into 3 different versions of standing, using either the back of the chair or using the side base of the chair from the sideways on. So before we begin, I just want to remind everyone the intent of sun salutations is to bring some warmth, some heat to the body. So they're very good for creating warmth in the joints that are going to help us with range of motion, to create a little bit of warmth and heat and elevated heart rate, which is going to help us from a cardiovascular standpoint. But sun salutations are always optional. We offer them when it's going to be appropriate for our class, so totally optional. For today's sequence, we want to make sure that we have done some form of warm-up before we come into the sun salutations, some gentle range of motion. So if you want to do a little bit of cat-cow or whatever while I finish my speaking, you may. For today's sequence, you're going to need a sturdy chair, a sturdy, hopefully straight back chair with a straight base that is supportive, and preferably a chair without arms to it. And then also a mat for underneath the chair so that the chair is completely stable and is not prone to skid. If that is not something that you can do today and you're practicing on a hard surface like a floor or a softer surface of carpet or a rug, I suggest lace-up shoes, just like I have on today. So making sure that our students are always safe. So practicing bare feet if they have the availability of a mat. If they do not have a mat, then making sure that they have some form of sturdy, supportive lace-up shoe on for their chair yoga class. All right, so let's get going. The first sequence is totally seated, very gentle. The emphasis is primarily on moving through range of motion in the upper body and hips. We begin in seated mountain. I like to sit rather close to the front of the chair. It encourages students, just by sitting closer to the front of the chair, to rely less on the support of the chair and more on their core. So pressing the feet firmly down into the floor, knees aligned over ankles, and knees aligned with the line of the hip bone. That helps us to begin to stack the joints and feel rooted and grounded. Allowing the arms then to lift up to our suitable high. High might be cactus flower arms or arms completely over the line of the shoulder. As we exhale, bringing hands to the heart. We might do this a few times. Inhaling, arms wide to lift high. Exhaling, hands again to find the heart center. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the nose. One more time. Just sensing and feeling how the shoulders are today. And then inhaling again, arms overhead, extended mountain. This time as we exhale, let's hip hinge, keeping the spine long, hands or maybe forearms to the thighs. And as we inhale, just a little push of the hands onto the thighs so that we can lengthen the spine and arch up slightly into cow pose. And then exhale, rounding the spine, dropping the head to feel a seated cat pose. Inhaling, coming back to neutral, arms wide and high. Exhaling, finding hands to the heart for mountain pose. And again, inhaling, extended mountain. Exhaling into our seated forward fold, pressing firmly through the feet, lifting up through the pelvic floor. Inhaling, a little arch of the spine, just looking forward into cow pose. Exhale, rounding the spine into a gentle cat, feeling the spine beginning to mobilize. Inhale, neutral spine, extended mountain. Exhaling, hands to heart, mountain pose. Now our students might want to continue a few more rounds of this, or inhaling, arms overhead. As we exhale, lifting left knee towards the chest, hands clasping behind the thigh. Inhale, sitting a little taller. As we exhale, maybe dropping the chest and nose towards the thigh. Inhale, placing the foot down, arms wide and high, extended mountain. Exhaling, mountain pose. Repeating with the other leg. Inhaling, extended mountain. Exhale, drawing the core in, feeling the strength of our lower back as we lift the leg, using that psoas muscle. Inhale, sitting tall, feeling the stretch in the chest. Exhale, dropping nose towards knee, feeling the stretch along the spine. Inhaling, placing the foot down, arms lifting, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. And we could repeat this sequence again, or now layering on a little bit more stretch of the leg. Inhaling, extended mountain. Exhaling, lifting the leg. Inhaling, maybe lengthening the leg this time, curling toes to the shin, really feeling that calf stretch. As we exhale, place the heel down, hip hinge, hands migrate to the other thigh. Inhale, sliding the foot in as we come into extended mountain. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Repeating with the other leg. Inhaling, extended mountain. Exhale, lifting the knee up, holding the thigh. Inhale, extend the leg. Feel the stretch in the arms all the way up into the chest and into the back of the leg. As we exhale, hip hinge forward as we place the leg down. Hands to opposite thigh, feeling that deep stretch in the calf and hamstring. Inhale, finding mountain pose, sliding that foot in. Exhaling, hands to heart center. And those are our 3 seated options. Continuing as if we wish, or bringing the heels back slightly, hands to the thighs, and rising to standing. Coming behind our chair, and I'm just going to turn the chair slightly so that I can come to the top of my mat. This 4th sequence is our first standing sequence. And this one is like in the back of the senior's manual that YogaFit might have provided you at your training. Inhaling, extended mountain. Exhaling, hands to heart. And we're using the back of the chair, the crest of the chair for our foundation. Inhaling, extended mountain. Exhaling, hands to heart. Inhaling again, extended mountain. Exhaling, hands to heart. Inhaling, hands to the crest of the chair, just gazing up to feel a gentle arch of the spine, lift of the heart. As we exhale, bend the knees, coming to our standing forward fold. Pedaling the toes here to feel the calf stretch, or lifting the toes, balancing on the heels, lengthening the legs a little bit more into our modification of monkey pose. As we exhale, finding the flat of the feet, a little bit more bend in the knees, forward fold. Inhale, lifting the chest into a subtle back bend. As we exhale, stepping left foot back into a short stance, warrior 1. Inhaling again, keeping hands to the crest of the chair or bringing hands to the heart. Taking a deep breath in. And as we exhale, bringing hands to the crest of the chair, tipping and pressing right foot back, finding down dog. Maybe spending a few moments and breaths to pedal the heels here, feeling and sensing the back of the calves all the way up to the buttocks. Staying here or coming into a three-pointed balance, lifting the left leg, pressing back through the heel, curling toes to the shin. As we exhale, placing that foot down again, keeping a subtle bend in the knees. Inhaling, transferring our weight to the left leg, lifting the right leg back behind us, a comfortable lift. Exhaling, bringing the feet to the mat. Taking a deep breath in here, gaining our balance, and then stepping left foot forward into a short stance, warrior one. Bringing hands to the heart if we wish, or keeping our hands to the crest of the chair. As we exhale, holding onto the crest of the chair, stepping forward into forward fold. Inhale, maybe coming into that half monkey pose again, lifting the toes, feeling that length in the calves. As we exhale, placing feet down, forward fold. Inhale, arching our spine back just by lifting our gaze and lifting our heart. Maybe exhaling our hands to heart, mountain pose. Inhaling, extended mountain. Exhaling, hands to heart. So in this sequence, we're using mountain or warrior one as an option instead of a balancing toe lunge. So let's go through that again. Inhaling, extended mountain. Exhaling, hands to heart. Hands to crest of chair, a little lift of the heart to feel the back bend slightly. Exhale, tip to forward fold, keeping a slight bend in the knees. Staying here, pedaling the heels or lifting the toes into monkey pose. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, lifting the heart into our back bend again. Exhaling, stepping right foot back, short stance, warrior one. Keeping hands to crest of chair or bringing hands to the heart for a bit more balance. As we exhale, bring hands to the crest and step left foot back into our down dog. Keeping the head level with the heart, feeling free to pedal the heels. Option to add that three-point balance, lifting right leg, a comfortable lift behind. It does not have to be hip height. Pressing right foot to the floor again, keeping that micro bend in the knees. Inhale, lifting left leg up. Exhale, finding our downward facing dog again. As we inhale, stepping right foot forward into our short stance, warrior one. Maybe bringing hands to the heart once more, just for a little bit of balance. As we exhale again, stepping forward into forward fold. Inhaling into that monkey pose, lifting the toes. Finding our forward fold again, a little rest of the head, maybe to the crest of the chair. Inhale, lifting the heart forward into a gentle back bend just to restore our posture. Exhaling, hands to the heart, mountain pose. Inhaling, arms overhead, feeling the warmth. Exhaling, bringing hands to the heart as we find a bit of centeredness. And we can repeat that sequence again, or we can use the side or front of our chair. I'm just going to turn my chair again so you can see me better. Now we're using the base of the chair as our floor. So we're lowering down just a bit. So our down dog will now be with head a little bit lower than the heart. So this sequence would be more suitable for your more active, older adults who do not have health conditions like glaucoma or high blood pressure, where they can safely bring their head below their heart. Inhaling, extended mountain. Exhale, tipping from hips, hands to the base of the chair, for a flat back. Inhale, lengthening the spine, maybe lifting the toes again into that calf stretch of monkey pose. As we exhale, dipping the head a little. Now the head stays level with the heart here in our forward fold. Inhale, stepping left foot back into a short stance warrior one, or maybe we're feeling like a lunge. Exhale, stepping the left foot forward just a tiny bit so that when the right foot steps back, we can come into a downward facing dog. Pedaling the heels here or finding some stillness. As we inhale, stepping left foot forward, right foot back into our lunge or our warrior one. As we exhale, finding that forward fold. Inhale, rising extended mountain. Exhaling, hands to the heart, mountain pose. Repeating that sequence again, or adding on a bit more in terms of a lunge stretch. Inhaling, extended mountain. Exhale, tipping to our flat back, half monkey pose. Inhale, a little lift of the chest, maybe a little lift of the toes into our monkey pose. Exhale, bending the elbows, feeling a stretch in the lower back with our forward fold. Inhale, stepping right foot back into a lunge or maybe our warrior one. As we exhale, let's just lengthen that front leg into a modified pyramid, feeling a stretch in the back of both legs. As we inhale, let's shift our weight forward, coming into a toe lunge, maybe dropping that right knee down to the mat and bringing hands to the heart. So you might see that my knee is pressed against the side of the chair. Inhaling, hands to the base of the chair, lifting off that back knee, stepping the right foot in, left foot back, finding our down dog. Pedaling the heels or being very comfortable in stillness of the legs. As we inhale, stepping right foot forward, left foot back into a nice long stance lunge. Maybe our warrior one if we're wanting. Lengthening that front leg, coming into a pyramid for a deep stretch in the back of the legs. Inhale, coming forward, the weight into that right leg, maybe coming down into that left knee, maybe bringing hands to the heart. Just bringing the hands to the heart and bringing the shoulders back allows for a deeper stretch in the front of the thigh. As we breathe in, bringing hands to the base of the chair, lifting into our toe lunge or warrior one. Exhaling into forward fold. Inhale, rising, arms wide and high. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Good. And so those are our various sequences of layering on different intensity, levels of heat, levels of stretch, levels of range of motion, levels of comfortable balance. In the variations of sun salutations that we might offer in a chair-based yoga class. I hope you found this helpful. Namaste.